Welcome back to a new video. Today's review is on Only Murders in the Building, Season 4, Episode 3, entitled 2 for the Road, with the official synopsis being: Charles, Oliver, and Mabel begrudgingly pair off with new investigators. Actors Eugene Levy, Zach Galifianakis, and Eva Longoria. And before I give up my review, please like, subscribe, comment. All of my socials are down in the description, so give it a follow. Season 4 continues to be a pretty good watch in my opinion because of the investigation, the crazy reveals that have been made as of this moment, and just all of the shocking revelations, the red herrings that are still expected in this season. I can't wait. As this episode was another Arconia based episode, but this time with a sprinkle of Hollywood being involved, with the trio of actors Zach, Eugene, and Eva making their appearance at the Arconia to get a better feel and a better understanding of the trio that they're playing as, so that once the production of the movie starts, they'll be 100% ready. While the investigation is still ongoing, with the FBI now being involved, it's just a lot of crazy shenanigans at the Arconia. Just a lot, honestly. Jan is once again mentioned, but in my opinion, I don't think Jan is going to make another appearance. I think that her appearance was a one and done, and that she is trying to get far away as possible in order to not go back to prison. Like, I just don't see it happening. But this time with the investigation, the actors decide to split up with the trio so that they can help them with their investigation, as they are all just trying to figure out more about the sniper, who is involved, and why they're likely going after Charles, with some of the clues being that the bullet that was recovered are used for hunters, so that makes it seem as if this sniper was hunting whoever they were trying to kill. Apparently Dudenoff is a real person, M. Dudenoff, but I think that could be a red herring, and also at the same time probably just another alias by Saz that she made up so that nobody would suspect her, nobody would ask her any questions, because they say that Dudenoff is off on a trip, hasn't been seen in a while, so who knows, like, it's just a lot. But when it comes towards the segments with all of the actors, as Charles and Eugene were continuing to investigate Vince Fish, and they think the same way that I did. I think that Vince is lying about his pink eye. I think that he is dealing with an eye injury because of shooting someone, and he's a horrible shooter. But after this episode, I think Vince is 100% innocent. He's just extremely old. I don't think he would be a good shooter. And he is 100% dealing with a pink eye. And with just the huge misunderstandings between him and Charles, I think that Charles might have another friend at the Arconia/West Tower. But yeah, Vince, highly unlikely. Mabel and Eva decided to investigate Christmas Guy, because if you remember, Christmas Guy was one of the only residents to not get a proper introduction in the last episode. Rudy, he seems like an interesting guy, but after hearing his story and what he has to deal with due to a viral moment and having to stick with it, I feel sorry for him. And I understand, because having to stick with something when you want to niche out into something more on social media is a difficult challenge. Like, yeah, it was a little bit suspicious with him working out all the time, the gun, another ham radio. I think he is not involved. I think he is 100% innocent. But the Sauce family, I think the Sauce family is still suspicious because of a few different things. With their huge liking of ham that Ham that was in the bathroom. It's 50-50. They might be responsible for the murder, but they are 100% involved in suspicious activities like illegal ham businesses. They're doing something illegal. That's all I can say. The title for this episode was called 2 for the Road, as that is based off a 1967 movie with the same title. I was having a hard time trying to figure out what it could possibly mean, but some think that the Easter egg in here might be what the title is supposed to reference. And if that's so, okay, I can see it. Not bad honestly. Oliver and Zach, they just try to talk to each other. Well, more than Oliver, honestly, trying to talk to Zach, tell him his story, because Zach didn't seem like he gave a flying F. But there's segments of them hanging out, shopping together, just having a good old time was funny and wholesome. Seeing Uma once again was a nice touch, as we really haven't seen any of the past Arconia neighbors that we've seen in the first 3 seasons. Like, hopefully they'll make more appearances, but at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if they make fewer appearances this time around. But the investigation, though, more discoveries are revealed somewhat in terms of more ham radios and just the clues that were made by Howard and the pet pig. And I'm now starting to look at Howard a little bit suspicious, because what is his obsession with the different animals? What happened to the dog that he had in the first few episodes? Like, did he kill the dog? Did he just take the dog out or whatever? Like, Howard and his animals obsession is a little bit suspicious. I can see why people can suspect him. But as him being the possible Moriarty character, I just don't see it. I just don't. But yeah. I think that Mabel deciding to live at Dudenoff's apartment is understandable, but at the same time just extremely dangerous, because somebody tried to take out Charles or Saz at that apartment, and somebody was trying to get inside of that apartment in the last episode while she was there. Like, I get it, like, she's homeless and she wants to have a place to live. All I can say is that she needs to be careful and that she don't become the next t-shirt in here. That's all I can say. But yeah, ham radios, ham. A lot of ham references, a lot of ham mentions. Portugal, I think, the ham radio frequency 445. A huge discovery with that, as the episode ends with the trio just figuring out what the 445 means, and just the ham radio, and a lady on there just basically saying that you need to stop what you're doing. The last person that did this, that was investigating, died. Like, she did seem kind of threatening with how she was speaking, but a part of me does think that she is trying to warn the trio of just to back off. Don't do this. This is not going to end well for you guys. Like, so many questions. Like, is it that Helga that was in Saz's notes in episode 1, or is it that person that was seen in Vincent's apartment in that picture where everyone is there but a woman is blacked off? Could it be that person? Or could it be somebody else? I don't know. Only time will tell. But yeah, episode 3 was another good episode. I didn't find the segments with the actors and the trio that annoying. Eva Longoria was a little bit crazy, but the way that she does her investigation did work a little bit. I'll say that. Eugene and Charles were made for each other. Oliver and Zach, they weren't bad. The clues though, ham radios, the pig, I think they're going to have more of an impact, especially that pig, because but as far as my suspects goes now, Vince, Rudy the Christmas guy, they're not involved. they're not responsible. The Sauce family, I don't know, it's 50-50 with them being the murderers, but I think that they are doing some illegal activities at that apartment when it comes with the ham and what they're doing with that. I'm also starting to possibly think that it could be someone from Hollywood involved because of how fast the production of the movie is being made and how it was already green-lit before any of the trio even knew about it. Like Bev Mellon, you never know. Marshall, the writer, you never know. In the way that he was in episode 1, he just came off someone that was doing the absolute most. Like, I think those people could possibly be involved. Like, how did the trio even get inside of the apartment? After all of the murders, situations, incidents, who let them in? Like, I thought that the Arconia would be a little bit more cautious of letting people in after all that has transpired. But yeah, as the next episode title is called The Stuntman, I can't wait to see what that means. But yeah, crazy season, good so far. Only time will tell with what happens next. But until next time, see you next week.